All right, everyone, let's dive right back into this journey in what's happening in the Horn of Africa currently. Right now, Somaliland's international recognition is gaining momentum, and the big question is, who's going to be the next country to recognize Somaliland? Could it be Ethiopia, Kenya, United Kingdom, South Sudan? It's I'm gonna put forward the countries, the one country that I believe would be next or most likely. Now, if I sort of look at Ethiopia, it's clear that while it has a lot of interest, there are also major obstacles with Ethiopia declaring Somaliland as recognizing Somaliland. And because Ethiopia has already tried to make a deal with Somaliland for access to the sea, but after the backlash from the AU and Somalia pushing back, Ethiopia appears to be taking a back seat for now, even though the Prime Minister Abiy of Ethiopia is still very eager to find a route to the coast. UK, I'm not sure about UK. It has its own issues. We can talk about that another day. Kenya, I would say any AU country, it'd be very difficult as the AU are united against any change in the borders, even though Somaliland is colonial borders. Now, the one country I believe that stands out the most is the United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates has a long history of investment in the Horn of Africa, especially in the ports and trade routes. And you may ask, what would make United Arab Emirates, recognize Somaliland? Well, a key turning point happened in Djibouti a few years back, where DP World, a UAE company, was pushed out of the operating the main port there. Djibouti then brought in the Chinese to take over the port's operation. This was a major loss for the UAE that invested a lot there and forced it to rethink its strategy in the region. After that setback, the United Arab Emirates turned its attention more strongly towards Somaliland, which is very close, well, right next door. Somaliland offered something very important: stability, unlike southern Somalia, which has struggled with insecurity and political instability. Somaliland has managed to maintain peace and order and a functioning institutions. The stability made it much easier for the UAE to invest with confidence. This led to major United Arab Emirates investments in the port of Berbera. Berbera's location is extremely strategic, sitting along key shipping routes in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. By investing in Berbera, the United Arab Emirates are not only securing trade routes, but also rebuilding its regional influence after the Djibouti setback. So, the UAE, however, operates differently compared to other countries in the way it deals with Somaliland. It often focuses on long-term strategy, stability, and economic partnership. For the United Arab Emirates, recognizing Somaliland could strengthen its foothold in the Horn of Africa, protect its investments, and support a government that's already shown it can stand on its own. So, when we look at all the pieces together, the loss of Djibouti, the rise of the Chinese influence there, the stability of Somaliland, the strategic importance of Berbera, the port in Somaliland, the major port, and the caution shown by African states, it becomes clear why the UAE stands out the most and the most likely to recognize Somaliland. I'm out.